What's up, Coach Bergen here, and welcome to day 2 of our yoga mat series. I'm here with Ashley Joy, who is going to bring us through the Sacral Chakra. So let's see it.
All right, so day 2 is the Sacral Chakra. Sacral Chakra is located kind of right at the point behind the belly button area, not quite, a little bit below. This is the energy center that governs all the emotions associated with pleasure. So really going to find what feels good in the sequence in the body, and also tapping into a sense of creativity. So don't be afraid to kind of move off the rails a little bit and really trust in your own ability to know what you need in the moment. So once again, let's start in a nice seated posture, coming back to Sukhasana, hands to the knees up or down. And you really want to feel a nice tall spine. So everywhere from the tailbone to the crown of the head, you really want extended, lots of space in the spine. And start to close down the eyes as we tap into the breath. Just noticing how it feels as the breath moves in and out of the body. Take this as an opportunity to connect to some of the qualities most highly associated with health of the sacral chakra. So really connecting to a sense of gratitude, allowing the gratitude to really root you down, and also connecting to a sense of joy. So really allowing the joy to fill you up and rise you up. So gratitude roots you down, and the joy rises you up. Start to open the eyes. Let's start by coming down onto the back. So we're going to come into a bridge pose. Bring the arms alongside the body. Feet come into the ground. Really push away with the feet. Inhale. And exhale, start to push the hips all the way up. And we're going to make this a bit of a dynamic movement. So inhale all the way up. And then exhale, really articulate the spine all the way down. Push up into bridge, expanding through the front side of the sacral chakra, and exhale to come back down. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, exhale down. Last time, as you inhale up to bridge, little push into the heels, and then exhale all the way down. Really activating into the sacrum. Feel the sacrum, that big kind of square bone at the base of the spine. Feel that really supported by the earth. Extend the legs, and we're just going to come to flip over onto the belly. So flipping over onto the belly. Let's bring the elbows right underneath the shoulders. You can extend the feet out. We're coming into a Sphinx pose. Start to roll the shoulders back as you pull the heart forward through the upper arms. You want to feel the tailbone reaching for the heels, while at the same time, see if you can release any tension in the glutes and in the hamstrings, and feel the opposition of effort and ease. And as you breathe here, every inhale, feel the front side of the sacrum pushing into the earth. Exhale, releasing all the negativity, from the body, from the mind. Inhale here, and then exhale, start to release. Allow the spine to come down. Bring the hands underneath the shoulder points. Roll the toes, and let's come up onto hands and knees. So coming up into a tabletop. Take a moment to just feel the hands and the feet really pushing away as the back body's rising up to meet the sky. We're just going to come into a pigeon pose. So let's start to bring the right knee back behind the right elbow. You want to be a little bit mindful of the knee joint here. Keep the right foot flexed. Start to sit down. If you find that you are not that stable in this position, you can always roll up the yoga mat to sit down, or even bring a pillow under the right hip. Find some comfort. Find what feels good in this posture. You can keep this really active by expanding through the heart, really making this more of a stretch for the left hip flexor. Or if you'd like a bit of a more passive release, you can start to walk the hands forward. Coming to whatever depth is accessible to you, maybe coming down onto the forearms. And then this will change the stretch more to the outside of the right hip. Tend to store a lot of emotion in the tissues around the hips. And some of these negative emotions have the ability to block our connection to the sacral chakra, to those feelings of joy and pleasure and creativity. So I invite you to release the negative energy, the negative emotions stored in this part of the body. Inhale as you push back up. Curl the left toe, and then just release the right leg back. And if you want to move a little bit, it might feel nice to just shake or stretch the right hip back, the right leg back, before we move to the other side. And then as you're ready, start to bring the left knee behind the left wrist, and scoot all the way back. Making sure to keep at least a little bit of a flex in the left foot to protect the knee. Support yourself as needed here. And once you get there, you can experiment with some variations of the posture, either staying up, really active, really stretching through the right hip flexor and feeling that little compression in the low back. Or you can start to release down, walking the hands forward to whatever point is available to you, or maybe even coming down to the forearms. This would also be a good opportunity even to release the neck. You can allow the head to hang. A lot of us store a lot of tension in the neck. come to lie all the way back down onto the stomach. We are just going to take one more back bend before we end. We're going to take a bow pose. So let's start to bend both of the knees and reach back with each hand as we grab the ankles. So if you're new to this posture, you may find that this right here is a deep enough stretch. You'll feel it, I'm sure, in the front side of the quadriceps and also in the chest. If you do have a little bit more space, take an inhale and then exhale and start to really push the ankles into the hands. So you want the movement to come from the pushing of the ankles as you rise all the way up. And you'll notice that the higher up you go, the more and more we are actually centered right on top of that sacral chakra. Feel the challenge, feel the shake in the body. Inhale as you open the chest. And then exhale, release. All the way down. Nice and slow. And then just like we did in the beginning, we're going to roll over again. Onto the back. Walk the feet in. Hands by the sides of the body. And let's come into that kind of active bridge sequence that we began with. So inhale, pushing with the feet. Hips come all the way up. And exhale, release down. And just move through this a couple of times. Inhaling up into bridge. And as you exhale, really feel each vertebrae slowly and individually returning to the mat. One more time, inhale up, and exhale down. Once you find the tailbone back down on the floor, you can bring the knees into the chest. Give the knees a little hug, feel the sacrum really down, pushing down into the mat. You might even find that it feels good to rock side to side. Kind of specifically targeting and massaging that lower back area. And then come to stillness. Inhale and just give yourself a hug, kind of curling into a little ball. And then with your exhale, release all the way down. Coming into Shavasana, we extend the legs all the way out. Arms alongside the body with the palms up. Feel the chest shining up towards the sky. And the back body rooted down, all the way down into the earth. rolling over onto one side, and push yourself all the way back up, finding the same started in. Nice tall spine, closing down the eyes. And using this moment to reconnect to some of the principles that we began the practice with. Rooting down into gratitude, rising all the way up into the experience of joy, pleasure, and creativity in all the areas of our lives. Inhale, hands right over the heart. And exhale, we finish the practice with a namaste.
Thank you for joining us for day 2 as we bring you through the 7 chakras. Today was the sacral chakra, number 2. And day 3, we're